microphone. You are recording.
It's a better picture too. It's a better thing. You still have to come forward, Miss. No, because last night I looked like a giant and you look like a little setback elf.
Itty mini.
It doesn't look right. Like it doesn't look right or something. Or maybe I should just move back then. But then we're not.
You need to move over.
Yeah, alright, well we're in overtime, people.
41 seconds of us flopping around to get the video ready.
No hairdos necessary, because we are ready to go.
Oh, maybe ready? Just for the camera.
She's deliberately trying to make herself look unnaturally natural, supernatural.
I like messy hair. It's exciting, see? Oh, we're in the mirror. Back to front.
Anyway, people.
Okay. This is take 2 of the Perfect Present video.
Yes, we've done 2 takes now, sorry.
No, we've done 1. This is our second.
Yes. Okay.
We're going to just read?
I'm not sure. You've got a plan.
I've got a plan.
Skinsey's got a plan. We're going
I have a plan for it.
I have a plan for us to be in the middle of the screen.
Okay.
Hey, I like that. It's a bit better.
Yeah. A bit brighter?
Keep brighter. Right, we're there.
Okay.
I'm happy about
it. I have a plan not to make this like other videos.
She has a plan.
So far, that's working out.
This is not like other videos.
This is not like other videos. This is not like other programs. Because we don't follow the problem, solution, product, formula. See, I don't even remember what it is. That's how far away I am from it. Problem, solution, product. If that's what you're looking for, that's not what this is.
This is not that.
This is not step by step. There's no 6 rules. There's no 3 insights. There's no... What are the other things they give you?
I'm not sure. They give you a lot of what's worked for them.
But it's a step-by-step thing. You have to do this first, and you know it's working if these 3 things are happening, and then you have to do this next.
Yes.
And it just feels...
like another set of instructions.
Yeah, like a test. It feels like life is a test. You know it's working if you tick the boxes. Or
if I got this right, I would have this outcome.
Yeah, all that stuff.
If I was doing it properly, if I was being a good girl and following all the instructions, I would have had my law of attraction come true by now.
And if it's not, that means there's something wrong with you.
Because the universe doesn't love me like it loves everybody else.
So, we're not going to do that.
Oh no, we're not. I just did it again. Oh damn.
It's not possible for us to sell you lessons. That's the other thing they give you, lessons. Because we don't believe in the exchange of knowledge from wise expert to awkward, blundering, uneducated student. Is that what it feels like?
Possibly, yes.
For people, do you think? When they start those things?
And I think, people who end up in groups, where they're being taught about human potential or whatever else it is, you know, like it feels like even though the people are standing there going, I'm not perfect, they appear perfect, they seem to be winning in the game of life, and everyone else is wandering around going, why can't I be where they are?
And I ask Louise, is that what it is? Because Louise is an emotional empath. So she knows what people are going through in those processes. So it's Louise is my decipherer.
Also, because I get to go through all the processes in my life, I've walked a journey of seeking from, I don't know, one end of the planet to the other, looking for things that would help me be a better person.
Yeah.
So I could be better.
And why
fix myself up.
But why do people want to be better and fix themselves?
So other people will like them.
Yeah.
And so they can succeed.
Yeah, but what does that mean?
So people will like them.
Yeah. Yes. Maybe so that they will like themselves somewhere in there. Because if people like them, they like themselves.
Yes.
If people don't like them, they don't like
They cry.
themselves. Yeah.
They yell at themselves. They call themselves terrible names.
They do.
Ooh.
So instead of that whole step-by-step process, what we're offering is an opportunity for an examined life. If you're a philosopher, you will know what that means.
And if you're not, you get to be immersed in your own life.
Yes. In the Perfect Present 8-week experience, you will look at what keeps you from seeing yourself as wise, whole, and lovable. Not as a fault, not as something that needs to be fixed or removed or retrained, but as a construct of reality itself. But we'll get into that. It's a bit tricky.
Oh, we're on the interconnected divine oneness path. Look out.
Yeah. And then, once you've looked at that, and you know why you suffer, and how to flick between the channels, suffering, not suffering, suffering, not suffering, you find your own paradise with your own direct connection to Source by coming back again and again to turning the page. I love that it's on 2 pages. It makes me very happy. To what makes you special. What makes you special?
And you know what?
What?
Mostly everybody knows what makes you special. It's just about you recognising it.
Yeah, everybody else knows. Yeah.
And no matter how many times they tell you, it's only when you recognise it that you give yourself that space to drop in and allow and be present with your beautiful self.
Yes. And that's the magic of life. Happens when you feel loved. And that really can only come from that liking yourself rather than the making sure everybody else knows you're being a good person.
And it's not just liking yourself when you're good.
Well, no, liking us a full stop.
Because we all like ourselves when we're good, and when we're winning the game, and when we're doing our bestest.
Yeah. And when people
it's
around
about
us...
liking everything about yourself.
Yeah. And even if the people around you are in reaction,
being able to...
It's not about you. Yeah, knowing it's not about you.
Being able to be loyal to yourself.
Yeah, being able to see what's happening through your divine connection rather than through your, I need to manage this situation as a human being and make sure everybody's looked after. What is the divine saying? What is my divine aspect asking of me in this situation? Which is when you have full permission to be yourself. So then you stop worrying about making a fool of yourself. That's a big one. People worry about that one. Don't sing on buses, you make a fool of yourself. Other things that people don't do. You don't have to worry about getting it wrong, because you won't be getting it right either. You don't have to worry about having too much responsibility. That's
but if we're not going to be getting it wrong or right, what's going to motivate us to keep going?
Oh, we get onto that.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Phew, I'm glad they covered that. Otherwise I'd just be sitting here like a vegetable doing nothing.
Well, the divine is not a cognitive behavioural therapist. It is not rewarding and punishing you as you go, making sure what I call spiritual herding. It's not going, oh no, this direction. Oh no, this direction. It's, you have cues, you follow them or you don't. You have cues, you follow them or you don't. That whole idea of being present kind of takes you out of whether it's right or wrong, and drops you straight into, well, what's actually going on. How can I stay connected? That's the most important thing. I don't really need to make up a story about what other people are going through or how it benefits me or whatever it is, as long as I'm present to my
But
divine
if I don't know what other
connection.
people are going through, how can I know if I'm doing a good job or not? Oh my God!
But you feel it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
because you feel certain that you live in a benevolent universe. That's how you know you feel loved. That's that direct connection. When you trust yourself, when you trust those cues, and that's what we'll take you through. So we start with reframing those age-old questions. Who am I? Why am I here? And how can I enjoy a meaningful life?
This sounds like big philosopher's circle all over again.
Yeah. And we do it from that divine aspect. So the question of who am I is answered through your divine connection, not answered through your numerology or your CV. Yeah. So there's a different sense of the I am in who you are, and that allows you to stay present no matter what's happening around you. And then we let the universe show you, because the universe is in constant conversation with you. Everything that's happening is a conversation with the universe. But understanding that language when you've always been told that things are happening to you can be a bit tricky to begin with. But yeah, we'll let the universe show you how to love unconditionally.
So it's a bit of like fine-tuning your compass. And checking in what navigational tools you're using.
Yeah, and they're your tools. So that's why we say we're not teaching you how to do this, because it's not us passing on our tools, it's us kind of entraining you to make your own connections and understand your own language and understand your own compass of how to remain in that divine connection and know that that's what's happening all the time, because it is happening all the time. You're not evolving from some lesser self to some greater divine self. You are your divine self no matter what. But if you can't see it, there is suffering.
And it just makes me think how we're all in our different ships on our different oceans with our different journeys to be had, and there's not one part of the journey that makes you a better or a worse sailor, because every situation is a whole range of different things coming in at you. So we're not going to teach you how to sail our boat on our ocean.
Yeah.
This is about you finding the way to be right where the storm is, or right where the calm seas are, and really navigate your boat.
Yeah, it's not about converting people to some different idea. It is about letting the universe show you how to be with people who don't make sense. I'm sure there's lots of those in your life. How to be with people who don't speak your language, and how to be with people who seem unbearably different. That was very loud when the universe told me to write that down. It said, this is incredibly important. Make sure you write down people who seem unbearably different. The universe will always also show you how to express yourself in every situation without expectation or control. Everybody lay down. Have a rest. Take a breath. That's a big one. That's a big one.
Sorry.
How to express your divine identity in every situation without expectation or control. But it's possible. It is
letting go of control.
Yeah, even without rules.
Just give me one little thing to hold on to.
It's possible.
Please, can I let go? Can I surrender in everything except there's just one little area of my life? If you just give me results in that area,
you can do whatever you want, as long as you take responsibility for it.
Okay.
So if you want to keep control over that one aspect because you need it to be a particular way, then you need to take responsibility that that's what you're doing. There is no part of this that says you have to do everything in a particular way.
Well, and it is very much a walk in the field of non-duality, though. It is very much a walk in the field of there's no right and wrong, good or bad, better or worse.
Yeah.
Though, at the start of my journey, Mel did go, all right, well, if you want to hold on to that, you just hold on to that. And you very quickly recognize what occurs when you hold on to stories that either have outgrown you or stories that are not allowing you the freedom that you want in your life, and they're not allowing you permission to be your powerful self. So you can come in to the course from exactly where you are.
Yeah.
And you can play in any field you want during the course. And then, it's just an exploration of the stories you're telling.
Because it depends what you want. This concept of oneness, of connection, of singularity is very much tied to the non-duality, no polarities, which means no right or wrong, no good or bad, no higher lower. That's what they mean. They're not a righteous sense of you know and you have to teach other people. There's a lot more going on in that oneness. That we're going to take. It takes more than 8 weeks.
But I think you're already on the journey. You know that you're already well on the journey. You've been exploring concepts and playing in different fields and looking for ways to do things differently and looking for ways to be more of yourself. And we know that you have walked a vast, varied, and amazing journey already. And your toolbox is full of your gifts and your purpose. And you, even if you're not like consciously aware of your gifts and your purpose, you've been playing in them all your life. Yeah. And it might have been playing in what's not them, so you could see what is them. Yeah. It might have been, it can be playing out anyway for you. Yeah. So it's very exciting. Well, we feel very excited that people who come on this journey with us are really ready to play in all areas. Yeah. They're going, right, wow, I want to explore more of me. Yeah. And immerse myself in this life. It's amazing. I love, Mel has often said to me, that there's other beings out there who just look at our experience of life. We're all going, I want to be an ascended master, I want to be an angel, I want to be, higher consciousness, whatever. Yeah. Some go to the light. And Mel's like, no way. The beings out there are going, look at you guys rolling in the matter. Yeah. Rolling in all the elements, rolling in the experience of that construct of reality that's going on there. That's, it's such a privilege, it's such a gift we have to be here. Yeah, this is the only place that you get to play as a being in linear time. Like, there's no other place that you get to do what we do, to have the breadth of experience. We have an amazing opportunity being here, spiritual beings as human bodies. Yes, and they do. When I go and hang out with the Ascended Masters, they say, yeah, you guys got it. They think we're hilarious. And they're so casual. There's nothing really high and mighty about all of those beings. When you connect to whoever it is that you think is so far above you, they really will just hang out in your lounge room. I mean... And if that is not your experience... Yeah. If your experience is something completely different to communing with beings from other realms, which, for me, I thought that my experience was very different. Yeah. But as time goes on, you'll recognise the veils are thin anyway. If you are just a nature-grounded person or a homebody, or your work is your life, your experience is sacred. Yeah. And how you allow yourself to be you in that is the prime thing for us to honour you with, as allowing it to be sacred. Yeah. Because whatever the messages are that are coming in, whatever they look like, however you've judged them in the past. Yeah. I know we've talked a lot this week about, where people are just going, if I could just fix that one pattern, that one key, then everything, the abundance would manifest, it would all come in. But there's no key. There's no, you are you, and your experience is divine, sacred. Whether you're crying in the corner, whether you're sharing your gift with the world, those two things aren't different. They're not to be treated differently. They are to be experienced at their depth. And that's what we love to play with. And that's in the moment. That's that idea of being in the corner in that moment as your divine identity is a very different experience than being in the corner feeling suffering and that you do not live in a benevolent universe and that there's something wrong with you. The qualia is very different. The experience is incredibly different, which is the next part of the piece on the page. So the reframe the questions, let the universe show you, and the third part of that is to treat yourself to an irrepressible, automatic, consistent focus on what's happening from the perspective of your divine identity. So obviously we're going to get through quite a lot in 8 weeks, but there's still other programs that we have
which take you into a full immersion. This is 8 weeks where we can play into the ideas and give you some experiments, give you access to some amazing meditations and other practices for you to explore so that you can come into that connection to your divine identity and be able to take it with you to work, and have a daily experience and expression from that place. And even in 8 weeks, it's still, I mean, I've worked with people for months. It's still going to take you, I mean, how old are you? How many years have you been fully...
I am 49. No, actually, maybe I'm 48. Anyway, 48 and a half, maybe.
How long have you been fully immersed in the way that you see yourself at the moment? How long has that been playing out? Because it's not going to take everybody 8 weeks. Some people will kind of instantly just go, oh yeah, I recognize this is perfect. And for other people it will take longer. It's not about whether you're advanced enough or holy enough or clever enough. It's about divine timing, and that's another thing that we'll introduce into the 8 weeks. Is this...
It just makes me think some people are very au fait with changing paradigms, like they'll jump from trying something here and try something there, and it doesn't matter what your flavour is. If you are very stable, you have a viewpoint of the world that doesn't rock too much, or you do jump around a lot, or it just doesn't matter, because this is for you to explore more of that, and to have a look at what is going on in there, the way you're viewing it, the way you're allowing it to be celebrated by you as you. If that is you, like that feels like that's the way I roll, I go to the festivals, I jump around here, I try this out, I do that, that's the way you roll, and that's what lights you up, and that's what gets you excited. So that's the thing you'll keep exploring more of, how to stand more in your power, whether you're there or not, whether that's playing today or whether you're on some other movie set.
Because your divine identity is all of the things that make you up, all of your idiosyncrasies and penchants, whatever it is that makes you up, that is your divine identity. And it is about accepting those things as essential and worthwhile and knowing how they operate in your everyday experience, rather than becoming something that you're not, rather than becoming some... I love the, what do you say? Equanimity.
Neither craving or aversion.
You're not going to be that if that's not who you are. Your divine identity is unique. And that's what we really want to acknowledge through this 8-week process.
And if we're talking about non-duality and you're still going, yes, but I've got to go out and save the turtles. Those people catching them in the nets, they're evil. I've got to sort that out. That is your purpose. It'll be kicking in your face for some reason. It's not to say, change that. It's to say, okay, what do you need to do to act on that in the most powerful way? You know, to take your gifts out there and wow the world. Because that will be your gig. You know, your gig will be right there in your face. The ad's been playing for a long time.
All those reactions, that's your conversation with the universe. That's how the universe teaches you how to be present to your divine identity. We're just going to give you a sense of how to appreciate that.
And so it's very much not flattening your passion or changing you, but it is allowing you not to flip-flop so much in it, and not to take yourself out when you don't feel like you're standing in it. You know, like it's to use every part of the experience to immerse yourself in it, to have the full range of that. And enjoy it. Have joy in your whole persona, the way you be in this world.
And that whole idea, we will never make you wrong, I think that's a big thing, because a lot of the courses that you do and a lot of the psychology that you go into, there's some part of you that's always looking out like the eagle for what it is that you're doing wrong, so that you can nip it in the bud and change it here and change it there. And That's not what this is. This is like the
And I will help
tribes.
by demonstrating that to you a lot. So, you know,
This is
it's
like
good. It's all good.
the tribes celebrating your heart song.
Well, hang on. It's all good, but it's not good. It's not bad. Oh, it just all is. Anyway, carry on.
It's alright. It's whatever. I mean, we'll teach you about language. We'll teach you about self-awareness and whatever, but it's not necessary. It's the feeling of that. You know, I mean, you can say the word good, but not be making an assessment of something's worth. It is about finding your own language. It is about being celebrated. It is about singing your heart song, the aspect of you, that divine aspect of you that's always present, but not always acknowledged.
And so if you've got to this point in the video, chances are you're going to push the button. But also if you're just sticking with us because you're going, wow, this is what I've been looking for. We have other full immersion programs, and there's plenty of ways. If you look at the thing here and go, look, I just can't even stretch to that today, the TV show is there for you. There's so much that we are connecting out with people, especially in the next few months. We'll be travelling around. We're so excited that you found us.
So we'll have all the links on the website, and there'll be a layout of the program underneath. We didn't really want to do a long sales letter. We played with the idea, but we're just going to go with something a bit simpler. And the phone's ringing.
So I'm going to answer the phone.
Let's answer the phone.
Hello, Naomi Jackson. Would you like to do a recommendation for us on our TV show? We are just, you're on the show again. And we're talking about our program that we're going to do with people. Would you like to tell people what it's like working with me and Mel?
Well, it's very dynamic. I never know what angle I'm going to get. What would be the correct descriptive word? Let me think about that.
Everybody take a breath while Naomi's
Naomi Jackson is a very specific person. She's an acupuncturist, a master of acupuncture, and she likes to get the needle in the exact right place for the most powerful effect.
I'm just sitting looking at the beach thinking about both of you actually. Probably quite many elements related to the ocean could relate to the two of you. So peaceful and relaxing and yet stimulating beyond belief. And, you know, it looks like something you're participating in, but really, you know, once you get in there, it's totally taking over. Beautiful. Actually, the line is actually not that clear, so I can't converse with you that well.
All right.
I'm thinking of you.
All right, darling. I'll ring you in 5.
Awesome.
Love you. See ya.
Bye, Naomi. Bye. There you go.
That was just a quick reference. Calm, fully immersed.
And explosive.
Completely connected. Well, they were a bit of translations for us. But a day at the beach. If you want a day at the beach.
Perfect present.
Perfect present. And we look forward to seeing more of what you do.
It's exciting. It's our passion. Talking to people, getting people to talk about themselves and feel into who they are.
And seeing people totally fire in their gifts.
Yeah.
It's very exciting.
I can't imagine doing anything else.
And so, lots of love to you guys, and we'll be seeing you soon.
Ciao.
Ciao.